How's it going, comics fans? Uh, quick little, um, maybe not quick, haul video. Start off with some books. Um, there was a sale at Magnetic Press, and so I loaded up on a few books. Um, I like Magnetic Press. Uh, they you know create just nice quality um, books, and translate and publish a lot of the European albums in a nice size, and so figured I'd try some books out. First one, actually, all the books that I ordered were written by Louis Trondheim. Um, Heard a lot of good things. This first one called Stay. Um, Fabienne and Roland head off for a week at the beach, a chance to spend time together to talk about their future. Um, just as they arrive, Fabienne finds herself alone. Inexplicably, his notebook in hand, she decides to stay. So I guess something happens. Um, you know, and yeah, I mean, I don't know why I got this. I think I've heard good things about it. Um, Enjoyed the look of the art. um, Chevy Yard. Yeah, and so why not check it out? The next book is a series, Infinity 8. So it's an 8 volume series. I got all 8 volumes. It's essentially like a sci-fi story. So basically, you know, th- th- there's a ship that was traveling in space. Something happens where it's kind of immobilized, and the captain ends up sending out his agents, 8 agents, um, to figure out what's going on. And so, each agent goes through some kind of parallel um, time loop or whatever timeline. Um, and because of that, um, Trondheim ends up working with a different artist for each volume and for each agent. And so I thought that was a cool concept. Wanted to check it out. I'm a fan of Olivier Vatine, his art, and maybe I can get some exposure to some other nice European artists. I'm sure I won't like everyone's art, um, but I think it'll be cool, and I just wanted to see kind of like, what is, how does this concept work, and does it um, all tie together well in the end? And so, maybe I'll review that after I'm done. But looking at the first 4 volumes, the all the art seems pretty okay. Nothing that's turns me off totally. Um, yeah, so that's my magnetic press haul. Um, Also picked up a couple of Fantagraph. Is this Fantagraphics? I think the Lone Sloan is Titan. So the Druyer's Lone Sloan box set. Um, I've seen his art. He's a legend of the medium. You know, created Metal Erlan together with Mobius. Um, yeah, so I might as well, fill this gap in my, comics reading with this nice, uh, oversized hardcover slipcase, 3 volume. Um, yeah, I'm assuming this is just gonna be like incredible art. Um, I've never read anything by him. I've only seen the art, and it looks cool, but I've never had any context, so it's kind of just like, all right, what do I do with it? A lot of this is like giant, you know, double page spreads, but um, in kind of portrait. Um, yeah, I mean, I look forward to reading and see how it goes. But yeah, I think you make it easy for me to read your stuff, then I'll do it. The one of the big hangups for me in the past with Druye was in Lone Sloan is like I don't know where to start. You see like a bunch of different volumes. Maybe I was too lazy to kind of like look up the reading order, but you put it in a box set. The first three, um, yeah, I'll go and get it. Um, Next book is Jordan Crane, Keeping Two. Um, just heard a lot of great things about this book. Um, so yeah, I'll nothing to say other than I've heard a lot of great things about this book, and so published by Fantagraphics. Um, I look forward to reading this too. It doesn't seem like it's like dense, right? So probably quick read. I mean, we put this on the top of my stack to read next. Yeah, like small, compact. Um, yeah. Then let's look at some original art that I got too. All right, we're here with some original art. Um, Here's a cable page. This is from the 90s, late 90s. I didn't read this, and this page popped up from someone representing the widow of the inker, Juan Velasco. The penciler is Jose Ladron, and he's doing his best um, Kirby impersonation, I think, throughout this whole series. And I saw the page, I saw the art. It looked really cool. Ladron, um, you know, am familiar with him through his work with Jodorowsky, but he seems to be very flexible as an artist. And yeah, he's basically, from what I gather, he, you know, his run on cable was essentially a tribute to Kirby, and he did his best to, just pull a Jack Kirby the whole way through, and you see here with a lot of the crackle, a lot of the movement, explosions, kind of posing, yeah, and so it was a cool page. Uh, Figure why not? Then uh, the rest is all pulp pages by Brubaker, Phillips, Sean Phillips, the artist, uh, Anthony at Anthony's Comic Art. I don't know if he got these in a trade or it was like a consignment or what, but he put a bunch of Phillips pages up from like Criminal, Reckless, and Pulp, and uh, it was outrageously cheap, like unbelievably cheap, too cheap for me to pass on. And so I Pulp was one of my favorite books of 2020. I did a video on the process edition, and yeah, I mean it's just to me like perfectly executed story. I think there's like 70 something pages, and at this point I probably have something like um, I don't know, 10, 12 uh, pages, something like that. Um, and yeah, I couldn't turn down this nice sequence of um, uh, you know this editor screwing Max out of his creation, um, by passing on the storytelling to his nephew, and which causes Max to start having chest pains. Um, yeah, I mean, great sequence, uh, bargain price. Can't say no because it's one of my favorite stories of recent years. So, and I talked about it the last in that process edition video, but you see like this X here. Um, Sean didn't spot the blacks, and so still, um, debating with myself, but I feel like yeah, I mean, um, you know, he put these in to Photoshop or whatever he uses, and then whatever you know tool in there that just like fills, right, fill. um I think I lean more towards it being okay to spot blacks, as many assistants have done for artists over the many decades that comics have existed. So there's this. um Second bunch is like a bunch of 4 pages, but splash page comic art. Marquet over there had a sale of buy 3 get 1 free for Sean Phillips art for his birthday. And so, what do you know? They still have a few pulp pages, and I just couldn't turn it down. Um, it's just a great story, It's a great story, um, fantastic art. I just couldn't turn it down. So I got like a nice 3-page sequence, which I'll go through. Um, it's of Max now. He's like, getting desperate. He needs to do something to kind of make sure his wife is taken care of, and he's about to, rob this armored truck. And as he's about to do it in the middle of the day, this guy stops him, Jeremiah Goldman, and essentially saves him. And so, they engage each other. Then they kind of start, talking about, how they know each other, and, you know, what else they can do together. So, um, yeah, that's okay. That's a 3-page sequence there. Then here, um, this is as they're continuing to kind of put their plan together later in the story. I pointed this specific panel out here in my Pulp Process Edition video just because of this walk right here that Max has. And yeah, Kaiser Soze, Verbal Kent right there. It's gotta be a Verbal Kent reference there. So yeah, I just in that sense is memorable. Why not get the page? Um, so yeah, that's some of the original art that I got. Um, So glad to have more examples of Pulp. If you haven't read it, it's a fantastic story. Just so well executed, and I think there are a few more pages left, but I doubt that they'll be there forever. So if you're into the story, if you're into art, check out Splash Page Comic Art for some Sean Phillips art. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the haul video. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. Bye.